I don't want to go to Yerushalayim, to Jerusalem. I like it here. I like our home. I like our multiple vehicles. We did the house, and we have such nice decor, and we own such nice things, and we live in a nice community in a beautiful area. And I like things the way they are. When you read the book of Haggai, Haggai's whole complaint is that the Jews are very complacent about being in a state of exile. They're very complacent about the temple not being built, and they're enjoying their nice homes. He's speaking to the people of his time, but what he's saying to them, he's also saying to us. So in other words, he's saying you guys are complacent. You don't seem to care that you're in a state of non-redemption, and he's trying to knock us out of that complacence. So is it a real? I guess I'll say to you this way: ideally, we don't want to stay in exile. Is it a reality that many Jews are totally comfortable in exile and don't really care? Meaning they might pay lip service to it, but in their hearts are not really interested in a redemption. And some would, even if you ask them honestly, would say they'd rather not be redeemed. And I've spoken to such people because the idea is scary to them. They have to leave their comfortable home in the United States of America and go to Israel, an unknown place, and they're still afraid of the dangers there, and maybe they'll have to live less comfortably because they don't have the same luxury there that they do in the United States. And I was just talking to my kids about this the other day. Most people there don't live in private homes. Predominantly, people live in apartment buildings. You can get a nice apartment, but people live in apartment units. It's just the norm is to subsist on less there. And some people are so happy with their creature comforts, they're not willing to live a lifestyle that they see as maybe inferior to what they have now, even though it would mean closeness to Hashem and spirituality. But this doesn't resonate with a lot of people. So listen, I'll tell you a story. I've said this story before. Um, the story is of a family that's making their Passover Seder. And for anyone who's made a Seder, you're going to be familiar with this. After the whole several hours of proceedings in the Seder, we get to the end and we say the words L'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. And the tradition is to sing it. People sing it, L'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim, L'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. And so everyone at the table, they had a big table full of guests, and everyone's singing very lively L'shana haba, and they get so excited they all get up and they start dancing around the table. They're holding hands, they're going around. L'shana haba b'Yerushalayim. They're going around and around, and they're singing for 5-10 minutes. And at one point, the head of household, he notices his wife is not there. And he looks around for her, and he sees her sulking in the corner, and she's crying. And he walks over to her and he says, "Honey, what's the matter?" And she says, "You're so happy singing that song, L'shana haba b'Yerushalayim. You're so emotional, you're so passionate. And yet, I don't want to go to Yerushalayim, to Jerusalem. I like it here. I like our home. I like our multiple vehicles. We did the house, and we have such nice decor, and we own such nice things, and we live in a nice community in a beautiful area. And I like things the way they are. I don't want to go to Jerusalem. And yet, when I see you and everyone in the family so happy and so joyous, so excited to sing Lashana Haba Yerushalayim, it makes me sad because I just don't feel the same way. So he says that the husband says to his wife, he says to her, "Honey, it's just a song. It's just a song." Right? And And that's the sad ending of the story, is that even to him who sang the song with such passion and danced and all that stuff, but to him it was still just a song. It's a nice song to sing. We could get excited and sing it, but at the end of the day, we Jews say many, many times Lashana B'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. And yet somehow we've said it for so long and so many times that it's become just a song for us. It's just a thing we say, but it's not for real. And that's really what the book of Haggai is about, is to snap us out of it and say, guys, it's not supposed to just be a song. You're supposed to be doing it. And yet here I am in Houston, Texas, right? So, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. It's just a song.